My grandpappy. My grandpappy was TradCon. He found religion and he went from one side to the other. By this stupid society standards, he was a villain because he was a hard man, and Grandpappy was a damn hard man. In my youth, I didn't like him, and I have to tell the truth because I will not lie to you. I despised him. I remember he made me spinning toy out of a stuffed can and a piece of aluminum that he made to be a spinner, and quite ingenious though. You put the cord on it and everything, and it self-wrapped, and you pulled it, and the helicopter thing went up, and he's like, "Hey, I made this for you, boy." And he spun it, and it come back, and it split his thumb to the bone. It started bleeding. It's everything I couldn't do. Everything I could do in me not to laugh. But I smiled. I remember this like it was yesterday. I was 6, 7. I mean, when I messed up, he sailed into my ass. But I helped him because, you know, that's what boys do. They help their older men and women. Well, I remember taking joy in that, and I'm ashamed of that now. Not ashamed, but I understand what it is. He was teaching me, and I didn't like it, so I took pleasure in his pain. And I should not have done that, but like I said, I was just a mere boy, and I'll take no shame from that life. And as time went on, Grandpappy used to come get me out of school in first period. And that'd be an announcement, as all of y'all know, Stone Reaper. Come to the office, your grandpappy picking you up. Okay, I knew what it was. I splitting wood. But Grandmammy benefited from it too and everything. And Grandpappy, he's a hard man. And hard men's needed now. But I go split wood with him all day, and he was a World War II Army guy and got shot up pretty bad. And we, in between loads at lunchtime and stuff, he just throw whatever in a pot and cook it together and say, "Well, I won't say this in front of the lady folk, like I said, TradCon, but goes in the same hole, comes out the same hole. Eat it now and taste it later." And I was the only one that ever ate his cooking just because I knew better to tell him no. And it wasn't bad, and I gotta admit, I do the same thing now. One pot to wash. Of course, I don't have a female to wash it, but he did that and tried to save Granny some work. Grandpa was a real hard man. I was in jail. He was a evangelist and a jailer at the jail. But when I got up there, he was retired from the jail, and he walked in. I was on, I couldn't make bond because I didn't call nobody, I should say, to go my bond. I was just up there, fuck it. Hell, I got 3 meals and a cot that's better than what I had then. And he come up there in front of the whole cell block. I could get you out with just my signature, and you deserve to be in here to think, and you're an embarrassment to me. And I looked at him and said, go fuck yourself. Take your Bible and shove it up your ass. I didn't ask you to come up here to get me out. Fuck you. And that's how it went down. Well, years later, as I become a man and had some sense, cause 18, you're not a man and you don't have sense in most cases, not all, or 19 or 23 or whatever. Takes a little bit. I was at his house for some holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever it may have been, and I was out on the front porch smoking because he said no more tobacco in the house. I was talking to my mom, and she's like, you don't like your grandpa? I was like, I hate him. I absolutely despise him. Fuck him. I was sitting in fucking jail, been in there probably 35, 40 days when he come up and said what he did. And I said, this arrogant son of a bitch said, oh, I can get you out with a signature, but you deserve to be there. And I was like, I never called that motherfucker. I don't give 2 shits or a fuck about him. And I looked up, and Grandpappy had the door open, and he hung his head. I didn't feel bad about it. I was like, good. I didn't go around for a year or so. That was my mistake. But I didn't know because I was young. And started going around and everything. Mama asked me to come up because Grandpappy and Grandmammy was under the weather at the time and couldn't do nothing. I got a job in a furniture factory, and I mowed their yard, and what Grandpappy couldn't and Grandmammy couldn't. And in front of the whole family, he said, I like Stone the best. Not in front of the whole family, excuse me. It was told to me, and I asked him in front of the whole family, and he said, yeah. I said that because he's an honest man. He spoke the truth, hard man. Honest man that speaks the truth is a hard man. But he said, he's the only one of my grandkids that's true to his word. What he says, he does. And he means what he says. And when he messes up, he says, yep, I messed up. I made a mistake. And my grandpappy, taught me right then and there that he was a hard man that expected nothing more than honesty and keeping your word. And right then and there, I realized I was just like him. Now, why do I say this? Why do I go on and blah, Because hard men, honest men, and good men matter. My grandpappy, and God rest his soul, but my grandpappy, my daddy, and other men has taught me the true wealth in life. It's not things. It's not, hey, what I got. None of that. It's your word and your honesty. And I'm so grateful that I had hard men in my life. Man, that's old term, hard men. Before that, it was just good men. And it's all part of this godless society to erase men and make children. But I'm grateful for my grandpappy and all the strong men and hard men that I've known in life. And I'm grateful for this great philosophy because there's many, many hard men in it, and hard men speak the truth. And that's what men need, other men. Good men and brothers, be well and stay safe and prepare, get what you can every time you can. Anything that is useful. So men survive.